We are here at the launch of Tata Harrier.ev, whose price starts at 21.49 lakhs. To talk more on the EV space, we are joined by Shailesh Chandra, who is the MD at Tata Motors Passenger Vehicle and Tata Passenger Electric Mobility. Thank you for joining us in business today. Sir, I would like to start by asking you that when it comes to pricing of the Harrier, how do you see its place in the segment, and what are the key features according to you that make it stand out?
So, see, when we were conceiving Harrier.ev and when we were really seeing where we will position this in the market, we focused on high SUV, which is a natural place to fit Harrier EV because of the size and the price point which we were thinking of. But we said that using electric technology, we should give a quantum change in the experience for the customer, which should really compel them to consider this car. And it was in the area of performance, it was in the area of convenience and comfort, and the tech-led features, right? New tech-led features. These were the focus areas. And therefore, and there were, of course, electric part of it where we wanted to delete the barriers, the word that we use, delete. So in performance, if you see, typically this segment of cars in the ICE world would get a 350 Newton meter kind of a torque. In this, we were able to give 45% more, which was roughly 500 Newton meter. And that helps you in giving a very thrilling acceleration to the car, doing 0 to 100 km per hour in just 6.3 seconds, which was impossible in a ICE, car. So that's one. Second, on the comfort side, we changed the suspension, right? The suspension has been designed in a way that it completely gobbles the undulations on the road, and you sitting inside the car will not even feel whether you're moving on a plain road or, bad road. So you will not absolutely feel that. So that kind of comfort you get. And host of new technologies, first time in the industry, first time in the segment. The theater experience that you get using the QLED, which has been used for the first time in the infotainment screen, or Dolby Atmos in combination gives you a very theater kind of an experience. Or you talk about a lot of new features. Summon mode you would have seen, while the car was being launched. Through using a key, remote key, you were able to call the car outside. It's a very practical feature, frankly, in India. Or the automatic parking. It's a very convenient thing. You don't get these kind of features even in luxury cars in many times. So therefore, a lot of technology embedded in the car. It's a software defined vehicle. From an electric perspective, it takes and deletes all the barriers because it houses a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, which gives you more than 500 kilometers of practical range, or the real range which people are concerned about. So I think, therefore, it has significantly enhanced what one can expect in this segment. And it has come at a price point which was your first part of the question. It is on par, if not more competitive than what you see an automatic car in the ICE world in the high SUV segment.
What sort of market share are you looking to garner from this launch?
No guess I would hazard. One, because the size of the high SUV segment is about 25,000, and I'm not positioning it in the EV segment and therefore market share what it can translate to, because this car is now capable of making those customers consider electric who are not considering because of the barriers that were underlying the electric vehicle segment earlier. Since it has taken care of 2-3 barriers which were there. One was price, it is on parity. Range was an area of concern that has been taken care of, and the charging speed and dependence on charging infra. I think all have been addressed. So now any customer will see this as an option in the mainstream. So therefore it will go through a discovery phase. We have some hard work to do of creating awareness about the capabilities of this product, making people experience the car, and then take it high in their consideration. So it will be a journey. Of course, we have taken a certain production plan, which I would not like to share at this stage, but we have also protected ourselves for a higher capacity. If the demand, keeping my fingers crossed, if it goes more northwards, we will be able to deal with that situation also.
What sort of volumes are you looking at? Because there are also arguments that Harrier is not a born EV, so would it be not performing so well in the market? What do you have to say on that, and what is the difference between the two?
One, the volumes I'm not going to talk about, as I said, but it's a it's a big myth in the market about born EVs, what born EVs are. If the top hat is carried forward from an ICE world, it is considered as not born EV. What is born EV is the question. Typically, a born EV technically is what underlies as the chassis, as the platform, and you would have seen in the presentation that underpinning is completely different. It's a pure EV architecture, active dot plus, which we are saying, with an SDV, with a 4x4 capability. This is not in the ICE world because that underpinning is completely different. This is a born EV, it's a pure EV architecture. I have chosen to go with the same top hat because this is such a popular top hat which has been well accepted in the market. If somebody who's really liking to go for that body style or a brand or a nameplate name, why that customer should be devoid of having such a thrilling choice that we are giving to the customer. So we have chosen the top hat to be the same with a completely different pure EV architecture. I will create top hats on this going forward, which will be different. Then people possibly would consider that as a born EV, but this is a pure EV, which has chosen to go with a popular top hat, which is well accepted in the market. So that's what I would like to remove this myth about this wrong marketing perceptions being created about what pure born EVs are.
What propelled you to launch the car at this time, and who are the competitors indigenously and globally which you see? And also there has been, Tata Motors has seen a sales dip of, and also in the passenger segment there has been decline by 11%. So, what do you think could be the reason for it, and how do you seem to, tackle this obstacle?
Reason for it is that we had committed to the first electric vehicle portfolio creation of giving the width of choices to the consumers. And from Tiago to a Punch to an X1 and a Curve was a journey till, giving option from 8 lakh to 20 lakh kind of a segment. This is the next segment where we felt that this is one place because of the low GST rates where the benefit is higher. And all the hard work that we have done on the cost side in all these 5-6 years, this is the right time to bring this product which completely takes away all the barriers of electrification. That was the whole idea. And therefore, if you see the electric vehicle sub-segments now, what is emerging is that there is a city segment, a car, electric car which does less than 250 kilometers. You need to really enhance the value proposition there. We command 75% market share there, but that's a segment which is still small. It needs to unleash more. That can only come by finding or hitting the sweet spot of price, range and features, which we are working towards. There's a big mid segment which is from 12 lakh to 20 lakh where the intensity of competition is the highest. All the products of all manufacturers are positioned there. This is the segment which also has residual barriers left. Range, charging speed, still dependence on charging infra. This also needs to be solved. There also we are working on enhancing, and we are entering a new segment also which will expand our volumes. So short-term market share changes is not perturbing us because we are focused on what will be needed to be 50% market share in mid to long term, and what is my approach, what is my product strategy, what is my strategy on the ecosystem side to mainstream electric vehicle. That I think we are in the right direction, and that should secure us the leadership position in the long term.
Could you give us the overview of the EV space? Because there are reports that if China stops the exports of rare earth magnets, then it could really halt the EV manufacturing in a big way. So how concerned are you about this, and have there been talks with the government on this?
Dependence on rare earth is not only an exposure in the EV segment but also on the ICE side, and therefore there is definitely an exposure. But from a Tata Motors perspective, we don't see an immediate impact. And government, SIAM and EPMA both are interacting with the government. They are seeking their help. And government has been very supportive, and I'm hoping that it should get resolved, hoping that it gets addressed soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Shailesh, for speaking with us.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.